Hello friends, welcome to Basic Biology. Today in this video we are going to discuss about fertilization, the whole process in shortcut. Before going to the main topic of fertilization, let us first have some look on some topics that have some relation with fertilization in case of human beings. So let us first have a look on Graafian follicles. Graafian follicles is a mature follicles that is about to ovulate and release ovum. So if you look at the structure of Graafian follicles, in the center you will find ovum, which is surrounded by a layer of zona pellucida. This layer is important. This zona pellucida is surrounded by corona radiata. Now this zona pellucida and corona radiata is important layers. Others are also important, but these two we needed to make you understand for fertilization. This corona radiata is again surrounded by cumulus operus, and then membrane granulosa, then basous membrane, and at last it is surrounded by theca externa and theca interna. You can find here theca externa and theca interna. So these are the layers of Graafian follicles. So during ovulation, these Graafian follicles release this ovum surrounded by this zona pellucida and corona radiata cells. You can see here, this is the structure of ovum, this is the nucleus, this is the cytoplasm. So in case of ovum, the cytoplasm is called as oplasm. This oplasm is surrounded by zona pellucida, and the zona pellucida is surrounded by corona radiata. So these are the structure, these are the gametes for female, and in case of male we have the gametes called sperm that we all know. The sperm is again divided into three parts: the head part, the middle piece, and the tail part. The head part we have acrosome and the nucleus. The middle piece we have centrioles. Centriole is needed during the process of cell division during fertilization, after fertilization. This is post-fertilization process. And this is mitochondria. At the middle piece we will have mitochondria, which gives the sperm energy for the movement during going inside the female tract. So these two are the structures for male and female gametes. Now you can see here, I have already done, my drawing is bad, so please cooperate with it. This is a female reproductive tract. Now please have a look on this. This is vagina, and these two structures is cervix. So please note down one thing: the cervix is closed or blocked throughout the time, but in case of ovulation or after ovulation for few hours, like in this case, like for 72 hours, around 72 hours, it's get open so that the sperm can enter. So after ovulation, the cervix is open. This is uterus, and this is the fallopian tube for female. This fallopian tube have fimbria. The fallopian tube have major three parts, that is infundibulum, isthmus, ampulla. Infundibulum is a part that is close to ovary, then followed by isthmus, then followed by ampulla. So we have to note that fertilization takes place in ampulla isthmic junction, or you can say it in isthmus. These are the structure of ovary. They are suspended by ligaments. So during mating, during female and male mating, around 300 million sperms enter, out of which only 1,000 sperms enter this female reproductive tract, and rest are dead because of first of uterine contraction. You can know that the uterine contraction due to the acidity in female reproductive tract, due to the mucus of female, and so there are only some few thousands sperms that enter to the fallopian tube. Now what happened when the sperm enter to the fallopian tube? The basic thing that happened when the sperm enter to the fallopian tube is capacitation. Capacitation. This is the first thing that happened when the sperm enter to the fallopian tube. What is capacitation now? Capacitation is the functional maturation of spermatozoa. Functional maturation of spermatozoa. In this case, some changes that used to occur in the spermatozoa when it entered to the female tract. Like what changes? Receptor in the sperm cells are made available through the removal of glycoprotein layer. Now in the sperm you can see that this is the glycoprotein layer, so it is almost removed when it enters the female reproductive tract. And the receptor, for what receptor? Receptor for binding with zona pellucida. These receptors are made available by the removal of glycoprotein layer. Now next important thing that happened is area of acrosomal cap is also altered, so that the acrosomal reaction is possible. Like acrosome, this is the acrosome for sperm. This has some enzymes, will come to it. This acrosome is now visible, or it is made to be visible so that acrosomal reaction can take place. Now this is a big word, acrosomal reaction. What thing that happened during acrosomal reaction? Now acrosomal reaction is the reaction between the sperm acrosome and the coronary radial cells, followed by the granulosa cells. Now in this reaction, the three most important enzymes are released by the sperms, that is hyaluronidase, trypsin-like substances, or acrosome. These are the most three enzymes, important enzymes that is released by the sperm during acrosomal reaction. Now this hyaluronidase, it is released by the sperm to penetrate the coronary radiator cells. These outer cells, to penetrate these cells, these enzymes is released from the sperm. Now next, trypsin-like substances and acrosome, these two enzymes are secreted again from the sperm to penetrate zona pellucida. Now these are the three enzymes. After the penetration, the sperm reaches up to zona pellucida, and there is one binding called, that is ZP3 binding, that is between the sperm's cell membrane and the cell membrane of that ovum. Due to this binding, only the sperm nucleus entered the ovum, and rest, that is the tail part, the middle part, and even the outer plasma membrane, everything remained outside. Only the sperm nucleus entered the ovum. So this is, up to this, the acrosomal reaction, the sperm nucleus entered, and after that, after the entry of sperm nucleus, the second meiotic division starts in female, and the female pronucleus is produced. Due to the entry of sperm, second meiotic division starts and female pronucleus is produced. After that, after the production of female and male pronucleus, they both unite, fuse together, and zygote is formed. After this zygote is formed, this cell divide into two, then this cell divide into four, and this cell again divide into 8. In this process, the zona pellucida, the outer layer, the size of the cell remains same, but still the division used to take place. So this process we call it cleavage. Like the cell size remains same, but the cell numbers increase. So at 4th day, 16 to 32 numbers of cell, that is morula is produced, and then blastocysts. After the production of blastocysts, then start the process of gastrulation. Now what is gastrulation? Gastrulation is the production of three layers of our body, that is ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. The production of three major layers of our body is called gastrulation. So this started after the production of blastocysts. I will make another video on gastrulation on some days. This is it for today for fertilization. I hope you all have understand this. Thank you. See you again.